Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Random Shit. Random guys, always. I'm your host, Phil, and we are back live on Facebook. Much to, as much as San Diego loves it, we're finally back. Mm-hmm. This is not the first podcast we've recorded in the last week. Mm-mm. And San Diego's also excited about that. Got a whole show done, and we're like, fuck yeah, we got a show recorded. You went to work. I was like, as soon as you get home, we're leaving. We're going back to Kentucky. I get on there, and no podcast. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Mm-mm. But it happens. It happens to the best of them. Yeah. Happens to the worst of them. And it happens to us. But we are back. Since we have last joined you, we made a trip back to the motherland. We went and saw my mother for Mother's Day.
We did.
She felt so bad that she went and got a corona test after we left.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going again.
I don't understand that at all. Put that in your mouth. Yeah. I said it. Yeah, Mom was like, I'm going to get a coronavirus check. And I'm like, why?
Because her boyfriend convinced her.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't know. I think it's fucking retarded. That she's like, hey, I'm going to go get a corona check. When she has no symptoms. And then she's like, it's not that bad. They only stick a stick up your nose.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want that either. I don't want... No. Not at all. Mm-mm. Then we were sitting around, and you know the world's getting back to normal. You know, things are opening up. The beaches are open. Stores are starting to open. Mm-hmm. You know the world is open when your mother goes to a yard sale. That woman loves yard sales more than yard sales and thrift stores.
Yeah.
More than anything in this planet. Mm-hmm. And we're getting ready to record earlier, and she walks in with 2 bags, and we're like,
here we go.
And I start digging. I'm like, fuck, it's just McDonald's toys. And I dig some more. I'm like, oh.
It's good McDonald's
toys. It's good McDonald's toys. Good to the point where it was like, oh, what's next? There's literally, she brought, 1/4 of the Disney...
100th anniversary.
Yeah, the 100th anniversary of Disney toys. Mm-hmm. She bought 37 in a row.
Yeah.
37 in a row of 140 something figures. She also got
an entire bag for $5.
Yeah, but she got the highlight of the collection is she got the classic Transformer McDonald's Happy Meal toys. Mm-hmm. 3 of the original Big Macs from 1987.
Sure did.
I mean, that right there was worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's, whatever, but like she got enough stuff that it's like, holy shit, that was pretty cool.
But it's going to put some Disney shelves up in our bedroom. So.
Yeah. All kinds of Disney in your face. Walt's going to be coming all over our room.
I mean, as opposed to Spider-Man.
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, it's like Walt's like, Stan did that in here.
Pot meat kettle.
I'm not complaining.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
You say things as a statement, and then you say, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact.
I mean, I hung the shelves for you to have Disney.
And then I come home one day, and all my stuff's knocked over. I was
it
like,
was back up an hour later.
No. I have 3 shelves in our entire house. Like, I helped buy some of this stuff, but it's not my stuff because it's in your studio. And you're very particular about your stuff. And once it's in here, it's in here. That's done. So I have 3 shelves in this entire house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. The stuff was knocked down when I come home from work. I was like, what did you do? And you're like, oh, I needed, what'd you say? I needed somewhere to put my microphone.
Yeah.
You set your microphone down on my shelf.
I did.
And knocked my stuff over.
It happened.
And left it there for like a week.
Well, what was I going to do? I had this nice, beautiful sheer microphone that you bought me.
Oh.
What was I supposed to do? Set it where the dog could chew it up?
Literally anywhere else.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yes.
It's okay as long as it's not in your window.
My whole 3 shelves out of the whole house.
It was the only place I could find where I was like, that dog's not going to get a hold of it.
There was a dresser right across from that shelf.
Was there?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's piled high with your stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
It was.
Yeah.
But I didn't complain.
Why? Of course not. It wasn't your stuff.
I mean, it was my stuff. But, whatever. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just...
You would freak out if I did that to your shelf.
No. But I didn't knock anything over.
But you did. That's what I'm telling you.
No.
Yes, you did.
You're imagining that.
It was my office shelf.
It was, but...
And you knocked Dwight over?
I did knock Dwight over, but... I put him back.
A week later?
No. I put him back automatically.
No. It was several days it stayed like that.
Shh. It's fine.
Okay.
But, yeah. Your office shelf is back to normal. The mic's back where it belongs. Everything's good. We're going to add more shelves of tons and tons of toys.
Yeah. I
got a feeling not all of those are going to make the shelf, though.
No, for sure. Because you want to keep Lilo and Stitch. Who wants them?
I had different motives for it. I was also like, hey, see how much we have how close we are to getting a whole damn set.
Oh, yeah, because there's a lot of doubles. But I don't want Lilo and Stitch anything, so.
Yeah. I mean, and I saw dollar signs.
Shocker.
Dollar signs. Dollar bill, y'all. Don't sing too much more. Facebook will kick us off. But, copyright shit.
Right.
But whatever. Let's get into the news. Has anything else happened that I don't recall?
No, I mean, we didn't do anything when we went to Kentucky because
No.
we were scared of Corona.
Yeah, we were like, we're going to Mom's, and then Mom's like, we're scared of you.
She didn't say that till after we left.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Which we watched a ton of fucking movies.
Mm-hmm.
Before we left, we watched Extraction. That was a pretty damn good movie. I enjoyed it. You hated
Watched it.
You can't get into a movie though. Like,
it's very hard.
and I'm sitting here like, this is the greatest thing ever, and you're like, I don't like it.
It was okay.
It
You
sucks.
went pew pew the whole movie.
It was an action movie. What more do you want?
I don't know. It's kind of boring.
It wasn't boring.
A little bit.
It was amazing. It was like God's gift to television, not really. But it did have a god in it. In
A lot
Thor.
of thunder.
The God of Thunder was there. Mm-hmm. Thor himself. The King of Ragnarok. Brother to Loki.
Did you say Ragnarok?
Ragnarok? Whatever the fuck it is.
Am I correcting you?
I don't know how you say it. It's fucking Thor. I've never read those books. Like, I don't even know where the name comes from.
I don't think you have to read a book to read a movie title.
Fuck you.
Okay, go ahead.
It was basically everything but Thor anyways.
And then we watched Black Widow in a movie.
Yeah.
What was it? Marriage Story?
Marriage Story. That one was with Adam Driver. Kylo Ren. Yeah.
That movie made me mad.
I liked it, but you're like, the whole time I guess you thought good things were going to happen.
Obviously.
Well, good things
movies are supposed to end good. You're supposed to walk away feeling awesome.
Are you?
Yeah. That's the point of a movie.
No.
Yes.
So Schindler's List was supposed to end happy?
I don't know what that is. You keep saying that. I don't know what that means. You reference Schindler's List a lot.
That movie won a fuck ton of awards.
So did a lot of other movies you say are good, and I just don't trust your judgment at this point.
If you want a good cry, Schindler's List is on the list.
I don't.
It's about a bunch of Jews that got killed during World War II, and Oscar Schindler goes and buys the life of a bunch of Jews and puts them in his factory, and he saves a bunch of people.
He buys them and puts them in a kid's factory?
In a factory and he makes the factory to where the factory is on a concentration camp, okay? But
so they get to work where their parents were killed.
No, this is all Jews, not just that. He buys their lives so that they don't get killed.
As their parents did, and then they get to work there.
They're not kids. There's adults there. Like, there's a lot of people there that the guy wants to kill him. He's like, I paid for that. I have the papers and all this shit. Like, it's Liam Neeson as Oscar Schindler.
You sold me. I'm gonna watch it.
And then it's a black and white movie. And then there's a girl.
I can't.
There's a little girl in a red dress.
No.
And you follow her throughout the movie. And you're like, this little girl's gonna be saved. And then you see her in a pile of dead bodies, and all you see is a little red dress because you know the little girl got killed.
I don't do black and white. I did it the first episode of The Walking Dead, and that's the most you'll get out of me.
What about Clerks?
But I didn't finish Clerks. We got to number 37, and that was it. I feel like I saw the most important parts. Not really, because you said there was a
dead guy.
Yeah.
With an erection.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucked. And then that chick figures out that she fucked a dead guy. And is like, oh my God, I fucked a dead guy. And then she gets put in a mental hospital. True story, bro.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert to a 30-year-old movie at this point. Or 29-year-old. It's close to, I think it was 93 that came out. Came out the same year as Schindler's List.
I think that was all the good movies we watched, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Definitely didn't watch anything in a theater.
No.
Even though they are starting to open back up.
We've
rented more movies.
Trolls and
we rented
Birds
Trolls.
of Prey.
Trolls sucked. Birds of Prey was okay. What else did we rent?
I think that's it.
I figured
you wanted to
we watched
Bloodshot.
Zombieland 2.
Yeah.
That was good. I still want to see Bloodshot, but I can't make myself pay $6 because I'm afraid it's gonna suck. It's one of those movies, like, I know it's a comic book movie, and I have his first appearance, but I still don't know shit about him, so I've never read a Valiant comic in my life. The fact that Sony was like, I'm gonna buy up Valiant comics and make movies out of them, I'm like, what the fuck? But like when they made that announcement 10 years ago, I was like, this will never happen. And then Vin Diesel as Bloodshot.
I liked him in those movies where he was like half blonde. What was those movies? Where his eyes were weird.
Riddick.
Yeah, Riddick.
They're making another one of those.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Yep, they're supposed to be making another one of those.
He's getting too old for that mess.
I mean, how old is he?
He's in his 40s.
That's not too old. Stallone's still going. He's in his 60s.
Him and Statham need to retire.
Why? Because they're making their own movies now? No, no. Vin got pushed out of that one. It's Statham and The Rock. Vin Diesel is 52 years old.
Yeah.
I am Groot. I am Groot. They said he did like 200 lines of it, and every line had a meaning of what it meant right beside of it, so that like as he grew older, they never had to bring him back in again. Like he got paid a fuck ton of money to do it once.
I would do it.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I'm a teenager Groot.
The range of motion is amazing.
I know. Well, I mean, he only had to say 3 words.
Right.
I am Groot.
It's about the extent of our conversations when I'm fussing at you. Yes, dear.
I am Groot. I am Groot as well. See? It works.
Oh.
Groot. Anyways, we've been watching a fuck ton of movies, and like I said, the theaters are about to open. Some states they have open. Here in Alabama, they have not. Thank God, because what the fuck's gonna go in them? Like, what's the? I know there's movies coming out this summer, but it's like right now, you're gonna go watch what? Trolls? A bunch of shit on Amazon?
Did you hear it?
I heard nothing. But we know one theater that you're probably not going to go to.
What?
The AMC theaters.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's not going to be anything there.
There's not even going to be an AMC theaters at this point. But reports come out this past week that Amazon is trying to buy up the AMC theaters. This is a great move for Amazon.
Amazon's going to own the world.
They are. But here's why it's a great move for Amazon. Amazon buys up AMC theaters, the biggest theater chain in America. Universal's like, I want to put my movie out on VOD. Well, if you're Amazon, who gives a fuck? Do it. Put it out on VOD and in theaters. We're making money both places. Because they own the biggest chain of theaters in America. They own online sales. How is that not a monopoly? I guess that I know it's 2 different divisions of the exact same thing, but it's kind of like how Bill Gates owned Microsoft and Windows, 2 separate companies, but you can't get a Microsoft computer without Windows programming on it.
That's dirty.
So he got paid twice. Well, no, they weren't allowed to be one company, so they had to separate.
Right.
Because you can buy just a Windows update. Mm-hmm. So, like, you can buy Windows by itself, but you can't buy a Microsoft computer without Windows. So it's like you can come to our theater and watch it, or you can sit at home and watch it. Either way, we're still getting 50%.
I feel like people are so desperate at this point to get out of the house that movie theaters are going to do pretty good for a while.
Yeah, I mean, and you got theaters like, people like Disney who's still planning on putting movies out this summer. Mm-hmm. I just think it's funny, like, everybody's hating Jeff Boswell or Bezos right now. Because he owns everything. He owns fucking Whole Foods. He owns Amazon. Mm-hmm. People boycott him. He just fires them. But yet, if he hops in and buys AMC theaters, that's 10,000 screens globally that he's going to own. Brick and mortar. He already owns Amazon Studios. Like,
that's insane.
Just think, this company started as like a bookstore. And then it moved to an online bookstore. It's just, it's crazy to me to think that they can do that. But, I mean, it makes sense for them. I mean, Sony this week has made plans saying that they will not rule out going to VOD as well. Video on demand with the launch of certain titles. Something that Universal did with Trolls and said, hey, we made a lot of money this way. We still want to put it in theaters, but we want to go online at the same time. Something Sony's saying that they may do as well. So is AMC also going to boycott Sony? Sony says theatrical release is always important because of the coronavirus impact. Once the situation settles and we restart theatrical operations, people may not come out to the theaters to view pictures, so it may take some time. if that happens, we have to discuss new ways of releasing pictures and also using online and more technologies for live performances going forward.
You know what? Our drive-through theaters are coming back too, and they're talking about making more.
I think that's a great move.
I think so too. We've got a couple in Alabama, and not just that, like a couple of the restaurants around here have thought, like they've kind of pitched the idea to
their parking
people,
lot.
Like,
yeah.
Should they turn their parking lot, since it's not getting used anyway, turn it into a drive-in theater? You call in your order, you come to a window and pick it up one by one so that you're not around anybody. I think it's a good idea.
I mean, Sony's already delayed Venom to later this year. But honestly, if they went VOD in theater, I'd probably sit at the house and watch it.
Really?
Really. I don't think that's as big of a movie as everybody put out to be.
I like Venom more than Spider-Man.
See, no, not at all. That movie's it's not as good. I mean, I know it's an opinion, but I'm saying, like, it's definitely not a theatrical event. The theater's not packed for Venom, especially after that first one.
No, it wasn't when we went, and they were giving out comic books when
we went opening day.
Yeah.
At AMC theaters where they were giving away free shit, and it still wasn't packed.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't expect Venom to be packed just because Carnage is in it.
I love Woody Harrelson, though.
I love Woody Harrelson. I think he's going to make a great Carnage. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping this figures out a way to make this a fucking Carnage movie, because like a lot of people hate that first one. Hate the first one. But I don't hate it. I enjoyed it myself, so I don't know. I'm curious to see like how many people actually come out to see these movies. Like, so a lot of people are, like I said, going VOD as well. Disney, on the other hand, they are not worried. They are downplaying everything. If I'm them, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, because they're losing. Like, they've got to be losing a lot of money just with Disneyland. They've never
closed it this long.
Didn't you say in the 90s they had to close it? Or
this is the longest.
2000s?
No, this is the last time they closed it was on September 11th, 2001.
So just for that day.
And then they opened back up December 12th, 2001. They never been closed longer than a day in the history of in the California and Florida parks. The Florida parks were open during the hurricane.
But I saw where they were doing some construction. They're going to be adding some stuff, and it's giving them time to put some more stuff in there. But people are just worried about how bad the prices are going to be when they come back.
Yeah, I mean,
because people are going to eat that cost.
Yeah, and I mean, who can blame them? One of the things that Disney talked about, they're already doing video on demand as well, except for they're just pushing it through their own app. Mm-hmm. They spoke with their new CEO, Bob, whatever the fuck his name. How do you even say that? Chapek, I guess. He was speaking with CNBC, and he says, if you think about the occupancy of a movie theater, Monday through Friday afternoon, you're getting 25%. That's all you're going to get. Which makes sense. That's probably about right. So he goes, it really becomes an issue on Friday night, Saturday night, and a lesser extent Sunday night. So it really doesn't push the limits of what you would typically see in the occupants inside of a movie theater until you get to those weekend evenings. And in that particular case, I think it can be managed. That's really going to be up to our exhibitors that we partner with. So basically he's saying, that's up to you guys to pack the theater 3 days. All you got to do is get people in there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The rest of the week, we don't make money anyway. And I guess that's right, but how many people is going to be...
It's going to be a long time before a theater's packed.
You can't even... That's what I'm saying. Like, they're planning on releasing Milan on the 24th of July. That's less than 2 months away. I don't see... I mean, I'm sure this country's dumb enough. We'll have full theaters by then. Like, full access. But how many people's actually going to be doing it? And how many people's like, I need to see that Mulan movie?
People are already mad because it doesn't have the dragon in it. Like, people are ripping it apart.
Now, the first movie I see them making money off of, they pushed to the fall. That's Black Widow. Black Widow's going to print money. It's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It has Scarlett Johansson in it. If that movie doesn't print money, I don't know what's going to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see a bunch of people in giant crowds moving forward for the next little bit. So far to the point that the NFL is making this is the stupidest thing I ever heard. I'm all on board of let's get back to playing football. Empty stadium. I'm watching wrestling every week. Test the guys, make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
Safety first. But these guys are wanting to take it the extra fucking man. Joe Buck says they will start playing football in empty stadiums. And the broadcast will incorporate crowd noises and virtual fans.
It's so dumb.
Why in the fuck do you need fake fans in the audience to enjoy a football game?
I don't know.
Like, I get it. You really can't even hardly hear the crowd anyway. I mean, all you hear is the announcers. That's all you need is the guys in the booth. It says when football returns after the restrictions are imposed from the coronavirus, things will be eased up, but likely people in the stands will not be. There'll be an absence. Probably, I wouldn't doubt that you don't see fans all year. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they at least held off until after the Super Bowl. I mean, that's February, but who knows? Buck talked about how difficult it is going to be to bring football back. Suggestion, I think Fox and the networks have to put crowd noise under the normal for the people to experience at home. When asked to confirm if he believes that to be the case, it's pretty much a done deal. I think whoever's going to be in control of that is going to really do a really good job and make a realistic crowd that would react depending on what happened in the crowd. Can you imagine being the director of this? Okay, cue the cartoons. All right, we got Homer Simpson in the crowd. Yay! Oh, no. I don't know. A cartoon character. The fucking Peter Griffin. Oh, man.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
That's so dumb and
it's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Like, why do you need that for professional sports? It makes no sense to me.
The people there, the fans in the stadium, are the only ones that really care about the fact that they're there.
Yeah.
They paid all that money. They're getting to see their teams up front. We don't care that they're there.
I don't give a fuck if it's I mean, let's face it, some of these small cities, they're going to be happy because, like, let's say, for instance, there's times the Cleveland Browns can't be seen in their own damn town because there's not enough people at the game. If they don't sell a certain amount of tickets, they don't show it on TV. You get punished for not coming out to watch the games.
Oh, my God.
So it's like, hey, everybody else in the world can see it, but we can't. Well, then there's none of that. You don't have to worry about that because no one's going to watch the games.
No, it's true.
I mean, they're not losing money. They've got their the same. They're going to sell tickets. I mean, they're not. They're losing the ticket money, but they're still getting their advertising money. That's where most of it comes from, anyways.
Yeah.
They're still going to be selling jerseys. They're still going. I mean, it's not like wrestling where the crowd is a big chunk of your money. I mean, Tony Khan was talking about how much of an impact that it was just for them to lose money off the gate. He said that AEW this year has lost millions of dollars that they would have made. I mean, they lost their biggest show.
It's crazy because their shows weren't even packed
I
either.
know. But they also didn't prepare for them to be packed.
That's true. And they probably sold a lot of merch there because when we went at the end,
yeah,
there was a lot of stuff
I still say, I bet they're still selling merch like crazy. Because they're selling, I mean, they're primarily through Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah.
And the way the merch works, the talent gets most of the money. That's one of the cool things. Like, you pay $25, most of that money is going to the person that's actually on your television, on your shirt, not.
Yeah.
I think they make like $5 a shirt. And then the t-shirt company makes like $5. And then, or they probably make, I don't know. But they make like $5 to $8 a shirt, which isn't much. But if you're fucking Chris Jericho slinging those $15, you know, he's got the number one selling item on there multiple times. So, Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's gonna work. Speaking of AEW, they got a pay-per-view coming up. Pretty excited. Definitely excited to see how AEW handles the pay-per-view. We saw how WWE does theirs. It's kind of boring as fuck, unless they do the I can't even say it. The movie matches, like The Undertaker and the way they did the Fiend, where the Fiend took on John Cena but didn't really have a match, kind of thing. He just fucked with his head the whole time. I'm curious to see how Double or Nothing's going to look. They are returning to Las Vegas. They're going to have a pay-per-view in a place where they can't have people in the audience. And one of their big gimmicks this time is they're bringing out Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike is a WWE Hall of Famer. He's a former member of the NWO in the WCW days. Now he is making his appearance on AEW, the baddest man on the planet. He's been looking fucking crazy good lately.
Yeah, for sure. They put out a lot of videos of him.
Yeah, he's been hitting the pads, and it looks like a fucking kid hitting the pads. He's 50-something years old.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how or if he gets involved. I mean, they've brought out people before, but for them to advertise, hey, Mike Tyson's coming, like you would assume something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, they brought out Bret Hart to bring out the first belt, but who cared? They didn't advertise Bret Hart.
Right.
They advertised fucking Mike Tyson.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. He said that it puts him in a different mindset, like to back to how he used to be, and he doesn't want to feel like that anymore. And the only fights he wants to do are just for charity. He was like, that's the only way that I could make it right in my mind that I'm doing this for a good cause.
But you can wrestle.
It's true.
And it'd be fake.
But they want him. They want him back in the ring. Like they want him.
Oh fuck yeah! He's a money maker.
Yeah,
he's a money maker. Of course they want him. He's their bread and butter. I mean, they don't have Mayweather anymore. Nobody cares about.
What happened to him?
He retired.
He can. I mean,
can he? Because he owes a lot of money to the IRS for never paying taxes. I wouldn't doubt he'll be back. I mean, Dana says he's going to be in the UFC. Like there was talks of him and Connor too, and this time it being in a fucking octagon instead of in a boxing ring.
That'd be awesome, though.
I mean, the shit talking alone makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to think Connor needs to get worrying about fucking real shit happening, especially after this last pay-per-view, where Justin Gaethje comes in and beats Tony Ferguson, a guy who was on a 12-fight win streak, hadn't lost in 4 years. Was believed to be the man. Dana was making excuses about Gaethje winning already.
What did he say?
He said Tony did. He goes, I'm not making excuses, which he was making excuses. He goes, Tony Ferguson is a beast. He goes, I've never seen a guy take that Justin Gaethje's punches like that. He said, but he didn't look right. He goes, the man decided to stupidly do two weight cuts within 2 weeks. He goes, he drained his entire body of weight just to prove that he could make weight against on a day that we weren't even fighting. Like, he was supposed to be on that last pay-per-view that didn't happen. And he made weight that day, and then 2 weeks later, 14 days later, they're going. Wow. And he had to make weight again. And he's just he's so stubborn that he made weight twice, and Dana's like, I think that had an effect on how slow he was moving. I mean, that
it could have.
It could have, but might not have either. I don't. Who the fuck knows, man? With that shit, it's just the fact that Dana's like, hey, Dana didn't want that. That's not his moneymaker. He did not want Ferguson to win, so I don't know. I mean, Ferguson, like I said, was not there to be their cash cow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we transition into...
No, can we please transition? Because this makes me super happy.
All right. Well, if you can talk into the mic, you can go ahead and tell us about the weird news this week. You can move the mic. There you go.
Okay, Carol and Howard Baskin cop and swap their new trading card, but don't mention Dawn.
So, evidently, trading cards are making a thing.
Like, that's amazing. They're both dressed as tigers.
Look at fucking Howard Baskins.
Howard looks like an idiot. And they showed those wedding pictures of them on the beach.
And he's on his fucking hands and knees.
He's on his hands and knees with a leash. Like, she's pulling him with a leash.
Now, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know how you don't, Carol Baskins killed her husband on the Tiger King show. But they are not allowed to talk about said Tiger King. Let's see, it says Howard and Carol Baskins are the leading big cat rights activists. The couple operates Big Cat Rescue near Tampa, Florida. I
cannot read that. It's so tiny.
Can't read anymore. Basically, they get into all the detail about, old Carol Baskins. But they don't talk about her husband. They don't talk about Tiger King. I love that her husband's involved. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you, Howard. I'm grinning with my big glasses and my hat on.
He is goofy as hell. He's trying not to get fed to a tiger. He was like, my sole mission in life is to keep her happy. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
You better keep her ass happy.
Well, she's got all the money.
Yeah, for sure.
It says the Tiger King star and her loyal husband, Howard, are now on the Leaf collectible cards. I didn't even know Leaf was still fucking around. And there's a cover picture of them rocking some cat suits.
He said in all the years they've been together, they've never had one argument. Not once. Yes, yeah. It's yes, dear.
It better be.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's 50 of those cards out there, and it says they're $8 a pack. But that card alone right now is selling for $200 online.
No.
$200.
No.
I guess, there's people still loves the old, everybody hates Carol Baskins.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, fuck Carol Baskins.
But Tiger King is a shitty person too.
Yeah, but Joe Exotic's got his own clothing line now.
Yeah, he does have that. I don't care. I'm not wearing his stuff. He's such a gross person.
I would wear it.
No.
Yeah.
He's horrible. He shoots tigers.
Well, yeah, but who doesn't? He's a libertarian.
Hardly anyone.
Yeah, but
That's horrible. He fed him expired Walmart meat.
That I don't have a problem with. Who gives a fuck? It's a tiger.
You won't even make a sandwich.
I'm not a tiger. Did you see? This is new. It's actually just happened earlier today. PETA mocks Joe Exotic with a $160 Tiger King costume. They're selling a Tiger King costume, which is Joe Exotic with a tiger on its shoulder in jail. You can see that right now on the New York Post.
That's not even good for that much.
Yeah, well, PETA's putting it out, so that's why it costs so damn much. It says trick-or-treaters can dress as Joe Exotic this year, the Tiger King, a gay gun-toting redneck with a mullet, thanks to PETA.
People in Alabama are going to hear just that and say sold. Like, there's going to be people wearing that.
No, they won't. Because they heard gay.
I feel like they would wear it just to make a huge, stupid joke out of it.
I guess. It's not. The alternative is to be Carol Baskins.
There's going to be a lot of those. There's going to be a lot of slutty Carol Baskins.
How many people is going to be Doc Antle? That dude's got it made.
Riding an elephant.
I ride him on my elephant with my hose that I got when they were 16. And if they won't fuck me, then they get the fuck out of here.
Pretty much.
They're saying there's going to be more Tiger King coming to Netflix.
Yeah. We can only hope. Because that last one, we really got our hopes up. Like, we made a pallet in the floor. We're like, we're going to get comfortable. This is going to be awesome. And it was just Joe McHale asking the same questions David Spade already asked.
Yeah, David Spade had done it and done it better in the time that it had already happened. Like, it's just... that episode shouldn't have happened. Mm-mm. That shit was just stupid. But yeah, they're going to come back. And then CBS is doing the new TV show with old Nicolas Cage.
so weird.
And Kate McKinnon. I just love that Kate McKinnon is supposed to be playing Carol Baskins.
I like her. I don't know about Nicolas Cage, but
The thing is, Nicolas Cage can do anything.
But can he do it well?
You saw the pictures? It's not what he sounds like.
But that's the problem. He has a very distinctive voice and a distinctive way of talking.
Yeah.
Like, even Jimmy Fallon was making fun of him. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be weird.
I just think it's funny that the fucking GW Zoo opened back up.
And they said it was packed.
Packed. We talked about it. Would you go?
No.
Why?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because I'm not supporting that.
What's the difference between that and the safari we went to?
Okay. That's different.
Why?
Because there's...
No tigers there.
There's llamas. They eat grain and grass. They don't eat expired meat. They're not expensive to take care of.
The only difference is all they had in there was fucking animals that don't eat meat.
Yeah.
They're still...
Which means they get taken care of better because they're not expensive and they're not breeding them just to sell their babies.
Oh, you don't think they're not breeding to get new things for their petting farm?
I don't think so because there wasn't that many animals
There's
there.
a bunch of babies in the fucking petting zoo over there. They had their giraffes out there.
Whatever. I'm a horrible person, but I get to pick and choose what horrible zoo I go to.
I still say we go... I mean, my thing is, like, I'd rather go to Doc Annals' place.
No.
But it's $300 a person.
No.
Why?
That is horrible. No.
Does Joe Exotic Zoo... Does the GW Zoo have a giant elephant?
No. He did not have
Right
elephants.
there's enough.
He had 2 monkeys that he kept in cages side by side of each other for 10 years.
Best friends.
Yeah. That never got to touch each other until they got rescued.
Listen, I didn't say it was a good environment. I don't think any zoo is a good environment.
No, it's not.
But we're the first people there. If there's a zoo, or if there's a damn... Like, I watch Blackfish, but I still go to aquariums.
I didn't watch Blackfish.
Why? Because you knew you'd never go back to an aquarium?
No. I don't know.
Because they're horrible people?
I don't know why I didn't watch it. I did go to SeaWorld as a kid.
I've been to SeaWorld.
I wasn't thinking at like 12 that, this is not right.
No.
I was just thinking, oh, cool, we got splashed. But
Yeah.
now thinking about it, it's sad.
Yeah.
Kind of glad he ate its trainers and stuff like that.
Carol Baskins. I'd go to hers just to see, just if I could just wear a t-shirt. I'm going to walk in with a t-shirt that says Carol killed her husband and wear it around the park.
No.
Just to see how long it takes for them to throw me out.
Very quickly, because her volunteers are dedicated.
And she does have a dedicated army.
Yes.
What else do we have in the weird news?
Well, this made me so happy. Okay, I love American Horror Story.
I've never seen it other than the one episode that we watched.
Yeah, I tried to get you into it.
It's not that it wasn't bad, but it's just like, I don't know.
The first season's kind of hard to get into.
Well, my thing with that show anyways is like, I don't care about horror stuff enough to...
Yeah, that's true.
But this season, I definitely want to see. What season is this? Season 10.
So it says Kathy Bates and Macaulay Culkin to have crazy erotic sex in new American Horror Story scene.
Sold.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
even... I just need
You
to
don't
see
care
it.
what show it's in. You
No.
just got to see it.
Like, I know as crazy as Macaulay Culkin is now and how he said, I don't do anything for the money anymore.
Right.
That this is going to be the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
So Macaulay Culkin is all set up to make his debut on American Horror Story, and what convinced him to take up the role was his crazy erotic sex scene with Kathy Bates.
Duh.
He has been confirmed as a cast member on the FX anthology series upcoming season 10 in February. The details of the project aren't out yet, and its creator Ryan Murphy is eager to keep it that way. But he did reveal what it took to get the Home Alone star to commit to the role. I've always loved Macaulay Culkin's work, said Murphy in an interview.
Can you say that 5 times fast?
No, I can barely say it once. Macaulay Culkin. I've loved everything that he's done. I love the stuff he did in Home Alone. I also love the sort of the older, more recent stuff he did He hasn't worked in a while.
He has. He just did Seth Green's movie.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad movie. I liked it.
Okay.
You watched it with me.
I did.
You didn't like it? Him as a drunken sailboat person? Like,
okay.
What if he... you know who would have made... If they was friends then, I would have loved to see him instead of Justin Long in Tusk.
Are you serious? I love Justin Long.
I love Justin Long. But could you imagine Macaulay Culkin as the walrus?
No, I don't take him seriously. I can't. And then I wanted to like his podcast so bad.
It's so bad.
I can't do it.
He doesn't want it to be like an interview, but he wants to interview people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you can't do that. You either get one or the other. It was really good at the beginning because he had Matt Cohen on, and Matt Cohen worked with Kevin.
Yeah.
And so, you'd have Macaulay Culkin talking in the background, and Matt Cohen being like, "So, in your next movie, what did you do?" He actually has some skills. Macaulay Culkin's like, "I'm Macaulay Culkin. I'm on Instagram. It's Coco Mania." That is his Instagram name, ain't it?
I thought it was Bunny something.
No, Bunny Ears Podcast. But he's on Instagram as... Let's see here. It was right up there. Keep going. It's the next one.
I mean, you're doing it.
Keep going. Hulkamania.
God,
As Hulkamania.
So weird.
He's so fucking weird.
But that's where he lost me right there, is when he went on a long speech about how he had the most updated kitty litter thing, the kitty pod or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
That was a sponsor, I believe.
No, he was talking to Kevin or someone about it, about how he's like, if you hear this noise, this is what it is. And he was like, Brenda went out and got this. This thing's amazing. She loves her cats. They just talked about it forever.
I just think it's weird that him and Brenda Song are together.
Yeah. He's like, we're actively trying to procreate.
Yeah.
Like, everything he says is just weird.
He's got a t-shirt on right there that says pizza slut.
Yeah.
Like, he's a winner.
Yeah.
Hey.
But he's got the money. He can do whatever he wants.
You tell me he's not the most normal one of that bunch, though.
You know what? Speaking of child actors, I heard this morning that whichever one's married, Mary Kay Olsen or whatever. You know how she married that guy that was like a lot older than her? It was really weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Like she's 30 and he's like 50 now. I don't know. Anyway, and his brother is like the something in France. He's a big deal. And for their wedding all them years ago,
they got divorced. Oh, was that your story?
That's what I was leading up to, you asshole.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How
dare I bring news to the Phillips Show?
Oliver Scarcozy?
Yeah, him.
He was married to Mary Kate. 33 and 50. You're welcome. I'm sorry.
But for their wedding, they had like a cigarette party with buckets of cigarettes. It was really weird and gross.
Was she the one? Which one still acts?
I don't know.
Which one did weeds? I think it was Mary Kate. I don't think Ashley does shit. Ashley just exists. And then their younger sister's like, hey, I'll make all the money. I look just like you.
Just a little taller.
Yeah. And speaks better.
Yeah. Well, I think they said that Mary Kate's worth like $250 million.
Oh, they're worth so much money because of their clothing line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt Ashley's catching up though. Or no, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen's like, fuck you. I got that Marvel money.
That's
I got my own Disney show.
That's true.
And I don't have to be like, I'm a twin.
That's all I got.
You got more news?
What else do I have?
Let's see here. You don't have any more entertainment news, but you definitely got some more news. All right. Take it away.
Knoxville woman arrested wearing nothing but a bandana.
I mean, isn't that social distancing? Bandanas are safe. They're used as great
no
mask.
No. Yeah. That's not what she was covering with it.
Oh. What
A
happened?
Knoxville woman was arrested after officers said she was yelling obscenities while wearing nothing but a bandana around her neck in Fort Sanders area.
What part of Knoxville is that? Do you know?
I have no idea. According to court documents, officers responded to a home on Laurel Avenue where they found Catherine Foran standing on a porch that did not belong to her. Officers said she was completely nude except for a bandana around her neck, and she was allegedly screaming obscenities at passersby. Foran allegedly told officers her boyfriend had invited her over for sexual favors, but then he denied her. Officers reported she was unable to escape her handcuffs as she was being taken into custody.
She was
able to, and she was quickly recuffed.
Damn. That's
pretty good. Yeah. She was booked into the Knox County Jail.
Yay.
Wow.
I mean, she looks like a winner.
She does, for sure.
22 years old. She's got a future. I mean,
this is just a bump in the road.
Yeah. She's definitely alcohol and drugs.
Does not look like 22.
No.
Holy
alcohol
crap.
and drugs have been great for her.
Yeah.
She should probably do more meth. Yeah. I mean, damn. Let's see what else we got here. Got one more up in the... Yeah, go ahead and close that out. All right. And listen, I love this store.
I've never been in it.
All right, go ahead.
Says IKEA forced to remind customers not to masturbate in stores after this incident. Like, this is sad.
So what happened?
IKEA has pledged to tighten its security after a woman was caught on camera masturbating in one of its stores. The incident unfolded in one of the DIY furniture company's Chinese stores.
Makes sense.
Although neither the branch nor the name of the perpetrator has been revealed. In a 2-minute pornographic clip, an unidentified woman in a barely buttoned white shirt pleasures herself in various areas.
How is a Chinese person going to be in China going to be identified? Just saying. Go ahead.
Did you just say that? She pleasures herself in various areas of the store, from display beds to seats.
I mean...
No, we have not attached the video.
As somebody who's been to an IKEA...
Uh-huh.
They have like here's your bedroom. You can have it look just like this at home if you buy this, and this.
Yeah.
So she's just walking around. She's like found a bedroom she likes. She wanted
Making
to try
it her own.
She wanted to try it out before she bought it.
Right.
Okay.
Quickly, the video went viral across Chinese social media, prompting it to be scrubbed. In fact, its impact was so seismic. IKEA itself felt compelled to respond, according to the AFP. The homeware... I don't know what that word is.
The homeward whatever.
Response alone got 9 million views. Without naming the specific store, IKEA said in a statement on Saturday, "We resolutely oppose and condemn this kind of behavior and immediately reported it to the police."
But why? I mean, they're wanting you to make sure you're comfortable there. Why can't you just go into their store and twiddle your diddle?
Really?
And when you get done, you walk to the food court and you have a chicken sandwich.
Is that what you should do?
Yeah.
It's weird that you put those two together.
Well, I mean, I think it's weird that IKEA has a cafeteria.
Do they?
Yeah. It's that big of a fucking store.
That's super weird.
You start and you have to go through every section before you can get to the warehouse. Like, you can go to the warehouse, but you have to walk through, like, here's lawn and garden, not lawn and garden, but here's like a whole row of cabinets. Then here's the bedrooms and kids' bedrooms and all this shit. Like, you walk through the whole damn place, and then at the end, there's waiting on you the fucking cafeteria.
That makes sense though, because
you can get like sushi and shit there.
This guy filmed a soap opera with just himself in IKEA.
Yeah, you could do
for months before he got caught.
Yeah, you could easily do that. I mean, this chick just made a porno. Well, what I want to know is, like, was she wearing she clearly wasn't wearing a mask.
No.
She looks like
that was the problem.
She wasn't wearing a mask.
She wasn't wearing a mask.
And she looks like Julie Chen.
Pre-surgery.
If they catch her, though, she can get 15 days in jail and a maximum penalty of 3,000 yen, which is about $340 euro, which is probably about $200 American.
Good haircut. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Nobody's going to catch her. Why would they?
I mean, that video is not that clear.
It's not. I mean, I don't suspect anything. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So, basically what we learned here today is Carol Baskins is an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon buying, that could be good for Amazon, probably bad for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Don't get drunk in Tennessee and knock on somebody's porch naked.
Yeah.
And buy your collar and elbow gear. 10% off right now using the promo code RSRG Podcast. I mean, like I said, you've got Double or Nothing pay-per-view coming up real fucking fast. You need to look your dandiest. And I'm looking my dandiest with my man, Mean Gene Ogreford. Mean Gene! Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Shut up and wrestle. That's all you need to know. Yeah. You can get it right now. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com. That's collarandelbowbrand.com. Store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use the promo code RSRG Podcast at checkout. You can look as fly as I do right now, or as some of wrestling's greatest. I mean, you've been seeing a lot of people pop up on their Facebook page or their Instagram rocking the CXE gear.
Yeah.
This week I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching some podcast on YouTube. And Hurricane Shane Helms rocking a CXE hat.
You heard yourself right.
Shut up. You can go.
Earlier when I said you have a problem.
What?
And you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He worked.
I was listening to their podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that isn't. They don't work for AEW. There. I said it. He got fired from WWE.
You're a wrestling junkie.
Anyways, you can be like me and wear your collar and elbow gear everywhere, just like I do. How often do I leave the house without collar and elbow gear on?
When's the last time you wore something out of the house is a good question. When you had a job? I'm just saying.
You know what?
That's probably the last time.
Your mic is shut off. And on that note, you can find this podcast and all of our awesome shit at RSRGentertainment.com. You can find us at RSRG Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can find San Diego at
I don't know.
San_Diego04 on Instagram.
That's right. Sounds right.
It is right. And you can find us on the Earplug Podcast Network at earplugpodcast.com. Don't you remember the
Yahoo?
Yahoo.com. Anyway, you can find us at, like I said, earplugpodcast.com, RSRGentertainment.com, iTunes, Stitcher, all those great places. We are probably going to go watch a movie or watch wrestling or something. I hope you guys enjoyed us live on Facebook. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the show. Share it with your friends and family as we continue to grow. Hopefully we will be on YouTube by episode 250. We shall see. But until next time, guys, go fuck yourselves.